You listed last year on the JSE. You have your maiden results report this morning. Gross profit up by 132%. Now the number looks impressive, but 83% of this comes from a change in control and the basis of accounting. Can you explain what the other portion is? What are the key drivers for growth?
Well, firstly, if I may answer on that, take a 29% increase in revenues at operations level. That is, I think that is a safer number to use. So that is not a mean achievement, 29% increase in revenue. But the main drivers really were, number one, improvement in efficiencies, particularly increasing the tons milled by 29%, as well as by 12%, I'm sorry. As well as increasing the ounces, 4E ounces by 7%. But also the metal prices also worked in our favor. We achieved a basket price of over 15,000 rands as compared to close to 13,000 rand the previous year. Although the exchange rate also offset a little bit of extra revenue that we could have achieved. But it's work in process as well as efficiencies are concerned, and we hope to achieve even better output during the course of this year.
Let's take a look at your average unit cost. Remained essentially flat at just over 706 Rand per tonne milled.
Yeah.
Now cash operating costs were up by 5.2%. Where do you see costs going in 2011? Well,
cash operating costs by 5%, it's mainly on cost per ounce, and it's mainly as a result of in situ grade. It's a grade, it's a working of the grade. The in situ grade that resulted in and thicker mining, stoping area. So we have attended to that problem. Perhaps it was an inadequate monitoring of stoping width, but we are on top of the problem. Well, cost is still a challenge to us. Having operated 2010, and 2010 was a year of consolidation, we needed a smooth transition, not disruptive taking over from Anglo Platinum, and we have achieved that. And cost is our major priority during the course of this year. Now,
new order mining rights have been awarded to the Styldrift Mariinsky Expansion project, which is the 50-50 JV with AngloPlats. What is the forecasted capex for this project, and how is this going to be affecting production and costs when the project comes online?
Styldrift is on course, fully on course. We are 16% ahead of schedule. It's on budget, actually less. At the moment, we have the headgears, 2 headgears have been mounted. The winder houses as well as our winders it's complete, it's built. It's work in progress. The capex, as we announced earlier on, is 11.8 to take it 12 billion rands, and we're hoping to save around R1 billion in that.
An impact on production and costs once this comes online?
That is a flagship mine, and we're going to more than double the current output, and it's a Mariinsky mine.
Let's take a look at RBPlats Vision for the company as a whole. Where do you see the company in, say, 30 years' time? You just listed on the JSE. Do you intend to diversify away from platinum?
Firstly, the priority is, on short term now, is operational excellence. We have inherited this asset from the previous joint venture, and we are now managing the asset. Is operational excellence, because with the revenues that we derive from this, we build Styldrift. And secondly, Styldrift offers us potential for growth organically because it's the best asset undoubtedly in the country. And in 10 to 15 years' time, we see ourselves as a 1 million 4E ounces producer. And talking about 30 years, nobody can tell, but yes, we open for consolidation and we open for M&As. And we think we've got a potential, we've got a vehicle, a wonderful vehicle with revenue streams, with currency, and with sufficient cash flows to do M&As.
One last question I have to ask is, whilst Royal Bafokeng isn't in essence a nationalised mine, you do what proponents do. Proponents of nationalisation are advocating for, in a sense, with returning the wealth to South Africans. Do you believe there's merit to the nationalisation?
Well, South Africans have the wealth. I mean, South Africans, mining companies are paying taxes, so they derive the wealth. I was hoping you're not going to ask me that question. But yes, it's a debate that is going on, quite interesting times in our country.
Is there merit to it?
I really don't think so. I really don't think so. But who am I to judge? I really don't think there is merit to it, because if that happened, which is unlikely to happen, that will ruin all the achievements that this country have made.